Hello again. Let's pick up where I left off. Okay, we talked about the prices. Now let's go to another comparison on OpenOffice and Microsoft Office. Yeah, with Microsoft Office, you're gonna get support provided. You're gonna get support provided, and with OpenOffice 4.1, their support is based on other users' feedback. But like I said before, maybe it's not a bad thing to get feedback from other users because now they know how to address your issues. Now let's compare MySQL and Oracle. MySQL is the open source and Oracle will be the commercial software. Now we have, okay, Oracle, they have a free version, but the free version have its limitations and you pretty much are limited to do, or limited not to do certain things. Or you can get the the Oracle Express Edition, the commercial one that it costs tens of thousands. If you go on buying, that it can cost you tens of thousands if you go on buying the full version with no limitations. Or you can get MySQL, which is free, and like I mentioned in previous slides, Facebook runs on MySQL, so I mean that's a good choice. We got Oracle that targets large organizations, but it doesn't mean that MySQL can do the same because I mean Facebook uses it. The only thing is like MySQL has its limitations because it's free and it doesn't have some of the same features as Oracle does. That's what it lacks of add-ons. Now we have the security parameters. MySQL only uses 3 security parameters, which are in order to authenticate a user, namely username, password, and location. That's what MySQL uses. On the other hand, we have Oracle that uses username, password, profile, local and external authentication, and other advanced security enhancements. Now here is a pie chart for a survey conducted by Gartner in 2010. This was there was a survey with 547 IT companies in 11 countries. According to the chart, 46% of the companies they're using open source software in specific departments. 22% are using open source in everything. We got 21% that's evaluating the possibilities and the advantages of using open source, and we only have 11% of those companies using commercial software. Just a second. Now, earlier this year, Black Duck Software and Northbridge, they conducted another survey here in the United States, and 78% of the respondents, they run part of all of its operation on open source software. 93% of those organizations have either increased or kept the same, remained the same use on open source from the previous year. And about 66 or more of those have been saying that open source software has become the default approach, and they also consider open source before any other options. These are just steps to consider before committing to open source software. Cost would be the first one. As I said before, it's free, it's available. Flexibility, it's gotta be software that it's easy to use. Support, nowadays the community that uses this software, it's hundreds, thousands, so you're always gonna get support for this software. But you gotta make sure it's a software that it's not dying. And like I said, I mean, that could be one of the disadvantages. Like if the software is dying, you won't get the support you need. And simplicity, same as flexibility, it's gotta be something that it's easy. It's as you get the source code, it could be also simple for you to adapt that open source to your own needs. And in conclusion, it is fair to say that open source software has its pros and cons, and it is a great option for medium to large size companies that may need to use the software in a large number of computers. Also, these companies may not pay anything for the software itself, but they will end up spending some money to support it and develop it. But that wouldn't be too bad, because even if they get the commercial software, they will still need people. They will need to pay for their support and pay somebody to develop more application with the commercial software. And here are my references and questions and answers. So if you have any questions, you could send me an email or whatever way it's easier for you, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Thank you for your time, and I enjoyed this class. Thank you.